You've completed the inspiration board. The next step in the process is to do thumbnails. Thumbnails are little quick pencil designs. Sometimes people use color, but they're little quick pencil designs of visual ideas that you want to express. These are like brainstorming, only visual brainstorming. You're not using words and phrases and connecting them. You're putting down on paper quickly ideas that you think might work for your project. So when you do this, you want to include the major elements of your assignment. That would be headline type, major elements like if there's a car or a person or a mountain or a tree or a product. You want to include all of that in your pencil sketch, your thumbnail. You also want to include squiggly lines for any paragraphs of type. You don't have to type it all out because you can't type that small, right? So we just use squiggly lines, but that's important to see in your thumbnail. You want to make sure that your thumbnail is the correct proportion. If your project is an 8.5 by 11 advertisement, then you want to make sure your thumbnail is the same proportion. You don't want to do a square thumbnail for a vertically rectangular project. You also want your thumbnail borders to be straight. You can use a ruler, or if you can draw pretty straight lines, that's fine. But don't have squiggly or angled lines. Make sure they're fairly straight. Your thumbnails need to be 2 by 3, 3 by 4, something like that. You don't want to go bigger than that, and you probably don't want to go smaller than that. Also, you don't want your thumbnails butting right next to each other, where they even share the same line. So don't draw a grid, like draw a rectangle and then cross, and now you have 4 thumbnail areas. You don't want to do that. Each thumbnail needs to be in its separate rectangle, separated by space. If you're going to draw thumbnails on your sketchbook, you probably want anywhere between 4 and 6 on your sketchbook. All right, so now here's the big issue I know you're thinking about, at least some of you. I don't know how to draw. That's probably what you're thinking. That's okay. We don't care. As you try, you will probably get better, and you can watch some videos to help you learn how to do quick drawing thumbnails. But don't worry right now about the quality of your thumbnails. Try to do the best you can, of course. And sometimes it's good to take pictures and look at them and sort of make little drawings. For example, if I wanted to thumbnail someone riding on a bicycle, I might go search for a picture of somebody riding on a bicycle and then look at it while I draw my thumbnail. Sometimes people might even print it out and copy it, and that's okay too. But you want to create your thumbnails quickly and simply. So don't get too caught up in the quality of your thumbnail. However, I do suggest that if you're going to continue on in graphic design, that you take a drawing program, because thumbnails are very important. Thumbnails express visual ideas. So if you jot down 20 or 30 thumbnails, then if you were in a real graphic design studio, you would take your thumbnails and meet with the art director and go over with the art director what your ideas were. The art director would be looking at your thumbnails, and he or she would be able to see what your ideas are, and that's very important. We need to visually see your ideas. That's the purpose of the thumbnail. Go ahead and give it a go.